Welcome back to the final segment of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. I'm KG Chris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Joining me today is Coty Davis from Sports Illustrated and Locked on Texans. This last few moments, we're going to talk Rockets, James Harden, NBA draft. I haven't got your thoughts on it, my man. What do you think? Should the Rockets sign James Harden?
No. Plain and simple. No. And I get it. James, look, like my thing is this. I don't know what would be the reasoning behind signing James Harden, because first and foremost, he's not going to come in and be the James Harden that he was for 8.5, 9 years here in Houston. And you talking about at that time, he was by far a top 5 shooting guard of all times. Like outside of Jordan, Kobe, and Dwayne Wade, you're not putting too many off-ball guards over James. Let me just go ahead and say that right now. But at this stage in his career, I'm like, what are we doing? What is he going to provide to this organization? Because
tickets. You're going to sell tickets.
Really? No. And then same thing for him. Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish if you come back to Houston? Look, the biggest reason why I'm against James coming to Houston, the one thing about the Houston Rockets, regardless of what their record has looked like over the last 2 seasons, they already have their foundation in place. And I don't see how adding James Harden, what these guys are going to benefit from, especially when you have your two younger guards in Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. And the one thing that really turned me off the most about having James come back to Houston is that report that came out that said not only does he want his money, and rightfully so, never against counting people's pockets, but the one thing that really turned me off, he said he wanted a franchise that will allow him to play his game.
Yeah.
Not Chris. I only saw it in person for what was that, like a couple games? I think I caught on 2 hands, but watched a lot of James Harden on TV. You saw it his entire tenure here in Houston. These young Rockets, especially somebody like a Jalen Green, is not going to benefit from having James Harden dribble, and then passing off to him and Şengün and Jalen Smith for the last 3 seconds of the shot clock because he couldn't get his own shot off. Like, we know that's what James Harden's game is going to be. And then I'm all about adding veterans here. I don't think James Harden is the right veteran for this young team. And I just don't see this as a winnable situation if he returns to Houston. And then on the flip side of this, I'm like, James, man, I'm no James Harden hater. Like, this past playoff series, I was rooting for the 76ers so much to the point I was hurt when they got eliminated by the Boston Celtics. Like, it's been a while since I've been hurt due to a loss, and I was hurt I was hurt after game 6 because I knew that the 76ers wasn't going to go back to Boston and win game 7. So let me just say, I was hurt after game 6. I want to see James Harden win a championship so bad because I don't want him to be put in that box with a Charles Barkley to saying, oh, you're so great, but everybody knocking your greatness because you never won a championship.
We're going to get to Corey Miller's draft question in a moment. But from Tony M., all my years of watching NBA, I've never seen a player of his caliber say, I don't want a ring. Send me to the worst team in the conference. Your thoughts on that?
I agree. And then it's like, if James comes here, he's older. A lot of the things that he was capable to do here in Houston, we don't see it that much. Unfortunately, he put on a little bit more weight than when he was here in Houston. Like, even if he comes here, how much better that's going to make the Rockets a play-in tournament team? Because then you take a look at the teams that actually made the playoffs, it's like I don't have the Rockets being better than those teams with or without James Harden. Agreed. So, like, once again, what are we doing?